Many people have discovered that they can become very famous because of social media, but sadly, not everyone lasts. Well, it's probably because unlike traditional routes to fame, such as acting and singing, many social media stars became famous for doing the silliest of things. Eventually, people outgrow such things and fame dies. Welcome to Riveted, and today we'll be talking about what really happened to Cameron Dallas. Comment down below if you believe Dallas was the hottest guy back in 2013, but you don't feel the same way anymore. Some people don't even remember or know Cameron Dallas, so we have to start from the very beginning. Early career. Dallas began his career in September 2012 posting vines of himself playing jokes and pranks on his friends and family. Vines catapulted many people's careers, but when it died, so did many careers. The brighter ones like Cameron Dallas quickly moved to YouTube, which definitely has more money, but Cameron Dallas didn't just stop at YouTube. He tried his hand at multiple careers in the entertainment industry, including acting, rapping, modeling, and mobile game development. Cameron once admitted he tried to grow his Instagram following by identifying as a model in his bio. He didn't know anything about modeling, but he later got a taste of modeling when he walked in a few Dolce & Gabbana, Calvin Klein, and Carolina Herrera fashion shows. Dallas also appeared in several TV shows, including American Odyssey, The Outfield, Neighbors 2, Sorority Rising, and in June 2016, he announced that he would be starring in the Netflix reality series Chasing Cameron. In such a short time, Dallas managed to gain 8.1 million followers on Vine, making him the 11th most followed account. He had 11.3 million followers on Twitter, 5.7 million subscribers on YouTube, and 21 million followers on Instagram. With such a following, brands were obviously interested in Cameron Dallas, and he became a household name. Okay, times have really changed. In the past, tours used to be mainly for singers and actors, but in this era, social media stars also go on tours. Cameron Dallas was part of the MagCon lineup, which was a meet and greet for social media stars. They also had tours where the members, Nash Grier, Cameron Dallas, Matt Espinosa, Shawn Mendes, Taylor Caniff, Aaron Carpenter, Carter Reynolds, Jack Johnson, and Jack Galinsky traveled to cities all over the country. Yes, Shawn Mendes was part of this group. It's funny how he was one of the most underrated MagCon members, yet he's currently the most successful person from the lot. The other person who is also a bit famous from the lot is Nash, who does YouTube videos with his fiancée and their baby. When the crew did the tours, people paid a lot of money, and parents had to drive their kids across states to meet these social media stars. A VIP ticket cost $200. All these young men had a huge following, but Cameron Dallas was among the most loved social media stars. He was generally a very good influence on teenagers and didn't have any scandals. So, when did all the drama in his life begin? Generally, fame and money change people, and many change for the worse instead of for the better. Many celebrities, especially those who started when they were very young, abuse alcohol, drugs, and other things we can't mention. Many are also secretly depressed and battle mental health issues daily. Cameron Dallas was not the worst, but he did some things when fame kicked in, which we will mention in this video. Arrested for vandalism. When you decide to have a loud paint party at your house, it could totally get you arrested. That is if one of your guests decides to hurl a can of paint out of your window and nearly kill a woman on the sidewalk below. In 2015, Cameron Dallas invited some of his friends to his place to hang out. A noise complaint was lodged regarding the apartment Dallas was living in, prompting police to head out to the premises. When the police arrived, they found everything was quiet and calm and left. Wow, well played out. The police were called again later that evening after a woman had nearly been struck by a paint can that had been thrown out of the window of Dallas's 6th-floor apartment. When police arrived the second time, they found someone had gotten sick in the hallway and knocked on the door to find Dallas covered in paint, along with every surface in the apartment and everyone in it. Oops. Dallas was arrested for felony vandalism and released on $20,000 bail. Hospitalized for unknown reasons. In 2016, Cameron was at MagCon Europe, where he had been taken to the hospital for an unknown reason. This all went down in the middle of their live shows in Europe, and fans had to be notified that Cameron wasn't feeling well. He was back on social media after a few days later, but didn't talk about the incident. We suspect that the reason why he was rushed to the hospital had something to do with the rehab he mentioned a couple of months ago, but we'll get to that later. MagCon drama. People who work in groups always have issues among themselves, and the MagCon family also had their fair share of the drama. If you recall, Cameron and Hayes got into a public fight over MagCon. When Hayes publicly rejected Cam's plea for him to join the 2015-16 MagCon tour, Cameron fired back. Cameron insinuated that Hayes did originally want to own a tour, but also wanted to backstab the other members with lower pay. Eventually, each of the MagCon members went their separate ways, and we don't even know what some of them are doing at the moment. Insensitive to race-related issues, Cameron, who typically ignores anything political on Twitter and social media, went on a tweeting spree about his Teen Choice Awards nomination. He did so during the Dallas shooting, which ended up with 9 police officers injured and 5 cops killed. Fans criticized him and said that he should have used his online platform to spread awareness and not to beg for votes during such a sensitive time. It was not the first time Cameron had been criticized for being insensitive to race-related issues. Fans slammed him after he was seen using the N-word multiple times. He was even once criticized for insinuating that his Asian neighbors were going to eat his dog. 2016 Teen Choice drama. Cameron Dallas won the Teen Choice Award for Social Media King, but came under fire when fans called him out for being hypocritical about the award show and for slut-shaming actress Jessica Alba. While he was backstage at the TCAs during a game of Would You Rather, Dallas was asked if he'd rather use Justin Timberlake's toothbrush or Alba's. He said he would honestly choose Justin Timberlake just because he didn't know where Jessica had been. Whether the Jessica Alba comment was meant to be offensive or not, the entire situation overshadowed the fact that Jessica Alba gave a stunning and emotional speech at the Teen Choice Awards about ending gun crime across the globe. Cameron himself later took to Twitter to explain exactly what he meant by the apparent joke, as well as thanking fans for voting for him in the Teen Choice Awards. Dallas also received backlash for receiving a Teen Choice Award, yet he had previously said that the system is rigged. After 2016, Cameron Dallas started becoming less popular and many of his fans forgot about him. Well, he popped up every once in a while because he still had millions of followers on his social media accounts. At some point, people said that he was becoming a Zayn Malik wannabe. He dropped a strand of his hair on his face like Zayn, he dyed his hair blonde, and allegedly dressed like Malik. Probably in a bid to remain relevant, Cameron Dallas inked his entire body, including his face, and then later revealed that the tattoos were fake. Then at the end of 2018, all hell broke loose. Cameron almost crossed over to the following year behind bars. He assaulted a man. According to the Aspen Police Department, Dallas was arrested in Aspen on a second-degree assault charge, which is a felony. He posted a $5,000 bond and was released. Police said they responded to the Hyatt Residence's Grand Aspen Hotel at 5:10 a.m. Officers discovered a man bleeding from injuries to his face. The man told police he had been assaulted, and they later arrested Dallas, who was also staying at the hotel. The next day, Cameron tweeted his mugshot and claimed that the incident was self-defense. Many people were not really bothered, and those who still loved Cameron said at least he still looked good in the mugshot. What happened to the Netflix documentary series? The first season of Dallas's docu-reality series was a failed experiment. As a social media star who's used to having creative control, Dallas wasn't willing to give up enough of himself to the production team, resulting in a show that constantly crashed against its own motives. Cameron teased the release of a second season, but it's been 3 years, and it doesn't look like it will happen anytime soon. We doubt that Netflix would even consider the series for another season because Dallas is not that big anymore. He wiped his social media clean in 2018. Cameron Dallas completely wiped his Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube accounts to herald the arrival of a new project titled WHIMMY, which stands for Why Haven't I Met You? Well, this was only temporary because he wanted to build the hype on the project. It was actually necessary because previous attempts on music weren't very successful. Cameron Dallas debuted his single She Bad, which was released in 2015, and earned over 732,000 views on YouTube. The song was criticized for being a poorly made rap song. The latest music from Cameron Dallas is actually good. If he becomes more frequent with song droppings like Shawn Mendes, he could make a comeback and be big for teens and young adults. Okay, the song has a bit of Justin Bieber vibes, but those are good vibes, right? Is he a homophobe? Famous makeup artist and fellow YouTuber Cole Kerrigan caused quite the drama when he released a video on October 14th. That accused Ace Family patriarch Austin McBroom of rape. The shocking video caused a media storm, and Austin soon went on the defense, trying to clear his name and reputation. Well, that wasn't the first time he started something on the internet. Cole uploaded a video to Twitter on May 5th claiming that Dallas had come up to him at a house party, unprovoked, and thrown a bottle of water on his pants, an action that Kerrigan claims was motivated by homophobia. Kerrigan followed up his video with another statement on the matter, claiming that Dallas froze up after realizing he was being called out. Some people sympathized with Cole since Cameron had attacked him in his house, where he should be safe. Other partygoers began to call Cole out, saying that Cameron had been throwing water on a lot of guests, and he wasn't specifically targeting Cole. Fans also began defending Cameron, saying he has a history of supporting the LGBTQ+ community. He went to rehab. On August 23, 2019, YouTuber turned model, singer-actor posted a video announcing that he's been dealing with addiction and mental health. Cameron spent 2.5 years in what he described as one of the shallowest, darkest places in his life. In the lengthy post and accompanying video, Dallas shared details from a stint in rehab and apologized to those he pissed off and disrespected before getting clean. He goes on to explain that he was 105 days sober the day the video was posted and that he hopes to use his platform to help others in similar circumstances. During New York Fashion Week, Dallas told E! that he planned to commemorate his birthday by going to an AA meeting. and getting his 4-month chip. He also spoke to the outlet about the importance of opening up about his struggles with substance abuse. Latest update: Cameron Dallas will be replacing Kyle Selig as Aaron Samuels in the Mean Girls musical. The show is based on Tina Fey's movie, with music by Jeff Richman, lyrics by Nell Benjamin, and a book by Fey. Mean Girls is now in its second year on Broadway and is also playing a U.S. national tour. In Mean Girls, recent high school transfer Katie Heron confronts the Plastics, a clique of popular girls led by Regina George. According to the Plastics, Aaron, the role Dallas will play, is the hottest guy in school and Regina's ex-boyfriend. When Katie's crush on Aaron is discovered, Regina plots to win him back. Dallas will play a role in a 4-week run during Kyle Selig's leave of absence starting Tuesday, January 14th at the August Wilson Theater on 245th West 52nd Street in Manhattan. And there you have it, everything you should know about Cameron Dallas and what happened to him. Let us know what you think in the comments section below. This has been Riveted, and we publish amazing videos daily.